Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Let's see if I can get myself unblurry. There we go. Ayako, tell John to do his own scrub folding. I love this. Hi, Ruth. Glad you're here. And Brooke, glad you're here as well. And everyone else that I get to say hi to in the chat. I'm Mikki, if you've not practiced with me before, and Musketeer and Shanti are all about the meditation. They're here for this. I'm just really excited to explore this with you all today and over the next 6 weeks. My intention with each of these sessions is that we'll come together and I'll lead a little bit of easy movement to get you out of your desk or your laundry doing or whatever. Sorry, my hair is puffy and I can see it. Whatever you're spending your day doing, a little bit of easy movement, and then we will settle into a guided meditation. And each week is going to be a little bit different. We'll explore different techniques of meditation so that hopefully by the time you've done a couple of these, you have at least one technique that resonates with you and kind of works for you. I want to start today by saying, if you need belly rubs, I'm sorry I can't provide them. I want to start today by saying that for some reason, it seems when we explore meditation practice, what I hear most from people is sort of this idea that it should be easy, right? We're just sitting, being still, breathing, focusing. Of course, it's going to be easy, but it's really not. And I think if you've ever tried this, you know that and you feel that. I tend to think of this like endurance training for your mind, right? No one shows up to train for a marathon expecting to run 23, whatever it is, 26 miles their first day, right? You show up and you run a mile and then 2. And so today, maybe 1 or 2 breaths of focus is a huge win for you in this endurance training of your mind. And the next time, maybe it's 4 or 5 breaths. There will be moments during our guided meditation today that you are distracted and that the mind wanders, and that is completely normal. There will also likely be moments where you feel frustrated or a little bit anxious, like you want to move. That's also completely normal. And it's just a process of observing, watching, and trying to guide yourself back. All right. So as we move into our meditation today, try to not make this a quest for perfection, but make it a quest for patience and compassion with and for yourself. So let's begin. I today have a couple blankets under my seat. You might grab a couple blankets or a blanket. It could be a couple throw pillows. It could be a couch cushion. It could be nothing for today. But ideally, as you work on this practice of meditation over time, your hips, your seat will be even with your knees or maybe even a little bit higher. So for those of you who have a hard time sitting here for long periods of time, a lot of times the knees are higher than the hips, and this is really fatiguing for your hip flexors. And so ideally, we're able to prop those hips up high enough that the knees can cascade down from the hips. Hi, Lori, glad you made it. And then once you've got that, let's take your hands, reach them out to the side, up to the sky, big stretch up. Let your palms press together overhead and exhale, bring your hands down into your heart. Let's do that 2 more times. Big reach up, inhale. And hands to heart, exhale. Let's do that 1 more time. Reaching. And settling the hands down into the heart. And then from the heart, we're just going to let those knees or the hands find their ways down to your knees. You're going to brace yourself on your knees, round your spine back like cat pose. Let the head fall forward. And then inhale, pull on your knees, let the belly pull forward, the heart lift, the head lift. Little seated cat-cow to get your spine moving. Rounding back, exhale, lifting and lengthening, inhale. Preparing ourselves to move into stillness. Let's do that 1 more time. Seated cat and seated cow. And then let's take your 2 hands up to the sky 1 more time. Let your spine get neutral and long. Let's take your right hand over to your left knee, your left hand back behind you into a twist. And that left hand can just be on ground, it can be on blankets, it can be on your hip. We're just going to be here for a few breaths. And while the spine stays rotated, let's take your head, turn it toward the back shoulder. And then slowly turn your head and look toward the front shoulder. Let's do that one more time. Head turns back. And head turns forward. And then go ahead and let the body untwist. Take your hands back up to the sky. Press those palms, bring the hands down into the heart. We're just going to recross, other leg in front. Sit back down. Hands go up one more time, and we'll twist over to your right. Left hand outside right knee. Right hand back behind you. Couple breaths here, letting the abdomen really breathe into this rotation. If nothing else from this meditation today, you got your body moving a little bit again, which is really healthy and good for our brain, for really all the processes of the body. Little turn of the head toward the back shoulder. Little turn of the head toward the front shoulder. And one more time. Just let that neck easily turn and rotate. Maybe noticing if you tend to cock your head a little bit as you sit at your desk and your computer. I know I do. And then let's come on back to center. Coming into your seat. So you've now crossed your legs both directions. You probably have a favorite. I know I do. So you might recross to that first side and settle in. And before we move into our guided meditation for the day, I want to give you full permission to do what feels good. And so what's key here is that your placement, your shape of meditation is easy and comfortable. So you might be seated crisscross applesauce. You might not. You might sit in a chair, upright, tall back. You might lay down. You might let your legs be at a different shape. You might sit against a wall. So just take a moment here to find that shape that feels like you can be still for a little bit and to settle in. If you are upright in a seat of any kind, let's bring your hands down to your lap, palms face down, and then let your eyes start to blink to closed. If it's not comfortable to close your eyes today, then I invite you to let your gaze soften downward and just slightly forward of your legs so that there's a softness to the eyes and a stillness, letting them settle and focus upon something in front of you. How do we approach anything in yoga? We start with the breath. So that's the meditation technique we're going to begin with today. A breath meditation. And lucky for you, breathing is one of the most natural things that we do. So as you settle in here into your comfort, into your easy shape, I invite you just to let the breath move in and out. And unlike our yoga practice, where we sometimes come and try to deepen and lengthen the breath, for this practice, I want you to let the breath just be easy and natural. You aren't creating anything. You aren't changing anything. You're just watching the breath move in and watching the breath move out. And what's powerful about this meditation technique is that this tool of the breath is with us always. And each breath gives you a unique opportunity to begin again. So if within this breath you feel a little scattered, mind is wandering, As you start your next inhale, again, you invite yourself to be focused. Maybe you make it to the exhale without the mind wandering. Maybe you don't. But then again, here you are at the inhale, another opportunity to watch the breath. Another opportunity to focus your mind. Let's invite your mind to settle in the body where you feel the breath most prominently, which might be the ribs, it might be the lungs, it might be the tip of the nose, the low back. And just like you're sitting on a beach watching the waves come in and out, you are just an observer here. Again, not creating, not changing, just watching. And just guiding the mind back over and over again. Because when it wanders, because it will, it just needs a little reminder to come back to the breath. Try not to scold yourself. Try not to get frustrated. Try not to judge the busyness of the mind. Just kindly invite your mind to come back to this witnessing of the breath. Try not to get discouraged and try not to let the experience of each previous breath affect this one. Maybe this is the one where you feel really focused and really clear. Each inhale, that opportunity to try to start again. And when you feel ready, just softly blink your eyes back open. Just notice how you feel in this moment. Sometimes you'll feel refreshed, sometimes you'll feel a little sleepy, a little anxious, really balanced, right? All kind of natural expressions of this practice and part of the process of connecting and exploring the act of focusing the mind, this endurance training. And heading into your day today with this reminder that the breath is with you as a tool all the time. It doesn't have to be 15 minutes, or I think that ended up being about 8.5 of meditation. It doesn't have to be that long. It can be simply 30 seconds to take in the breath and to sit back and observe. Thank you so much for gathering with us today. I appreciate you all being here. I hope you enjoyed that first little nugget of meditation, and we'll be back next Monday to explore the next technique. If you have any questions that you'd like me to address as we move forward, please just reach out and let me know, and I'll see you all soon. Have a wonderful rest of your Monday, everyone. See you next time.